They've taught me a lot along the way as well, such as the best possible way to crash out and how to put the drip into drip irrigation. But to be honest, this dynamic, energetic, passionate, and creative cohort of people has tackled a ton of concepts and skills this year. As we've considered the world's food supply and the many inputs and outputs of a massive, complicated system and an even more complicated world, they've done a great job of discussing it and considering it. And then, right when the magnitude of our current industrial food systems, insatiable demand for fresh water, land, energy were examined, and the challenges and rewards of envisioning a more sustainable agricultural system set in, it was time to make a story map about it and then to integrate it with chemistry. So they did a great job. Speaking of chemistry, this algebra-based science can be a bit tricky, frustrating, and elusive at times. So I tried to make it as growable, edible, and flammable as possible, but even with my sideshow gimmicks, the juniors put in many, many hours converting units, determining chemical formulas, chemical equations, and molar masses, and trying to understand matter on an insanely small scale. In fact, the mere mention of Cengage might bring some of them to tears. Of joy, tears of joy. In English, we read some novels together, including Braiding Sweetgrass and Where the Crawdads Sing, and had some really nice discussions. They gave some great presentations. They performed a large amount of research for GIS maps, plant propagation, companion planting, and their spring projects, and improved their employability skills again with updated resumes, references, cover letters, and mock interviews this year. Project-wise, it's been a flurry of activity the last few weeks, where they've been designing and installing a pollinator garden and a vertical garden, reworking our front landscape, including the construction of some new raised beds, resurrecting our berry garden, and working in coordination with the DNR to write and implement a prescription for thinning a section of CASEE's forests that were cut and replanted back in 1997. It's been exciting to see the students experience the independence we're able to give them here at CASEE and practice the ever-important, ever-challenging skills required to plan and implement a project with a small group of people with difficult logistics and time constraints. While there's always going to be some bumps and mishaps along the way, they should be very, very proud of their accomplishments so far, and I'll hopefully get a chance to share those with you and give you a short tour either later tonight or sometime in the near future when they're just a little bit more done, but they're getting close. While I'd like to tell you about field trips and helping with the amphibian studies, running the science circus, and more, it looks really hot out there, and I think it's time for some awards. So I'm going to start with public speaking. This student has stepped up every time there's been a presentation, considered how to engage the audience, and helped others to get organized and prepared as well. The award for public speaking goes to Brody Elwell. All right, the next award is for writing. I have several talented writers in this year's junior class, but one in particular consistently turned in the most polished, well-worded, and organized pieces of writing. Oftentimes, a paragraph would turn into a short, easy-to-read, powerful essay. I'd like to present this year's writing award to Sabrina Lyman. Good job. All right, next up, scientific research. Yeah, don't go away. Scientific research is at the heart of a lot of what we do at CASEE. The student getting this award has done an exceptional job at questioning different possible approaches to problems and embracing mishaps as chances to try again. This year's award in scientific research goes to Caleb Williams. Woo! Yeah! Great job. All right, now the award for environmental. While the student wasn't able to make it tonight, they show such appreciation, dedication, and